Oh boy. So, hi everybody, and welcome to this live video. I'm so happy today, and I'm happy you guys are going live with me. So, welcome once again. This channel is the Flaming Woman channel, where we talk about everything and anything that has to do with career, remote work, productivity, money and business side hustles. And we also talk about how you can grow in every phase and in every season and in every step of your life. So today, I have some questions. Some people asked me some question. This life is just a question and answer sessions, and if you're here live with me, you can also ask me some questions here. Um, so there are some questions I saw that some people sent to me, and I'm going to be answering some of them. So one says, how do you stay productive without burning out? Wow. So how do I stay productive without burning out? I think one thing that helps me personally is the fact that I try my best to not procrastinate on each of my tasks. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I procrastinate a lot. I do. And what procrastination does is it makes you laid back. It makes you achieve less of what you could have achieved. Procrastination is definitely a killer. It draws people it draws people back. So one thing I do is, as I said, I try not to procrastinate. I try to take each day as it comes. I try to take each time as it comes, and I make sure I'm doing something. I make sure I'm steadily not idle. So whenever I'm in Nigeria, and I stay in Nigeria, so whenever we don't have lights and I know my gadgets are down, what I do is I already have a backup plan of what I would have been doing with the time I would have had with my phone to do things on the internet. So I make sure I have a backup plans. And how do I do that? I make sure I have my to-do list ready. Like now, as I woke up this morning, I already had a list of things I wanted to do. I already had them written down. And as I was doing each thing, I was ticking them out of the box. Okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. So that is a way to have a productive day where you're not procrastinating, where you're being so real with yourself. These are the things I want to achieve for today, where you place each of them on priority scale, and don't choke yourself too much. Make sure you do everything well. Don't over choke yourself. Take each of your tasks, take them, simplify them. You don't have to achieve all your goals, all your plans. You don't have to achieve everything at once. You can take them one after the other, a step at a time. That is how you can be productive, making good use of your time, making definite use of your time. I think that is where discipline comes in. It's actually very hard for a lot of people to be disciplined, not because they cannot be disciplined, but there's always that mentality of, okay, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do now, I can push it. I don't have to do it now. It can come tomorrow. It can happen tomorrow. So that is it. You don't always have to push things. Don't procrastinate. Oh, shout out to Maria Teresita Lewis. Thank you for joining my live video. So this live video, you can ask me about anything. I already took the first question where someone asked me about how to be productive. The second question I have here is, how do you stay financially disciplined? I don't think someone can be very, financially disciplined like that. We cannot always have it all right. We'll always have loopholes. We'll always have where we are not so perfect. Shout out to Grey Wolf. Oh, thank you for your compliments. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, as I was saying, how do you stay financially disciplined? You stay financially disciplined by, number one, being true to yourself. What is my account saying? How much is in my account? What do I have? In accounting, we call it cash in hand and cash at bank. That is, cash in hand is the money you have presently in hand, whether it's dollars, whether it's naira, or whatever currency your country holds. That is cash in hand, like what you have that is physical. While cash in bank is what you have in your account, in your bank account. So that is that about that. So how do you remain financially disciplined? I think number one is cutting down your costs. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to buy all the meals. I once read a book by someone, and in that book, they will say every $1 count, every 100 naira counts, every 10 naira counts to the bit of it. You should be able to. One thing I learned from an elderly woman is I noticed that she will always write down all her expenses. If she buys water, if she buys coffee, for example, she will write it down. Oh, I bought coffee. That is how that elderly woman has been able to stay consistent by herself. She writes down everything she buys, everything she purchases. That is a very good and reasonable way to stay financially disciplined. Write all your expenses down, no matter how minor it is. Now, you might be saying that, but how do I get to carry a jotter and a pen around? Of course, that is where technology comes in. We have so many applications. By the way, this is not a sponsored live video, but we have so many applications where you can download from either your Apple Store or your Play Store, your Google Play Store, and you can keep track of your expenses with those applications. You can go to your Play Store or your Google Store and search for a notepad, or search for a budget, an expense sheet, or an expense budget note. Right, you will definitely see one there. So you can download one of them and try to write down try to record on those applications each of the things you spend per day. And thank God, most of those applications will actually give you a sum total of your expenses per day, because they are already programmed and wired that way. So that's another way to be financially disciplined. Another way will be, try not to eat out so much, try to eat out less. I'm still going to make a long video on this, and I'm going to post it very soon on my channel. So try not to eat out so much. Eat whatever you have, like at home. Try to cut down your cost of eating out, of make sure you cook, make your own meals. That's also a way to stay financially disciplined. And you don't have to spend every cash gift that you get. You don't have to spend every dollar that you get. Keep them keep them Savings is another strong way to stay financially disciplined. There's something we call in accounting, there's something we call compound interest. So what is compound interest? Let me give an example. For example, let's say you go out to buy burger, right? Let's say a burger is $100. So if you go out to buy burger, and you buy burger, now that $100 you used to buy burger, or let's say that 1,500 naira you used to buy burger, or whatever currency it is that you guys have, um that money you use now, if you keep that money, what happens? Or if you take $20 from that $100, what are you left with? You're left with $80, right? Now, if you keep that portion, if you keep $20, the law of compound interest is, let's say you do that for the whole week. If you're a coffee taker, you love taking coffee every morning, you love buying junks every day, keep a percentage of that junks, or keep a percentage of that drink, or whatever it is you buy. Keep a percentage of it, don't touch it at all, just keep it. Now, the law of compound interest will say that when you go back to where you kept that money the next day, it won't be the same as it was yesterday. That is why the rule is every dollar counts, every naira counts, every penny counts, and it keeps saving. Most people will wait till the end of the year before they purchase something they want to purchase. They would have been saving for that thing from January. Even when they had the money to buy that thing, they've just been disciplined enough to not purchase that thing. They will always keep it. And in accounting, we will always say spend wisely. You don't, because you have the money for something doesn't mean you should purchase it. You can keep it. The more your income, the lesser should even be your expenses. So now, normally the world will say the higher your income, the higher your expenses. But we will say, to be prudent, the higher your income, the lesser. Try to minimize your expense. You don't have to now increase your expenses. You can still minimize your expenses and try to live within your budget. So that is another way to be financially disciplined. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please kindly click the subscribe button. You have to subscribe because I'm going to be posting back to back videos of things we can learn from. Like I said before, on this channel, we talk about career, we talk about remote work, we talk about productivity, we talk about business, money, side hustles, things generally. We also talk about faith, things generally that can build us, that can lift us. I said faith because with everything we do on earth, we need God. We need God. We need to believe in someone, in a higher authority, you know. Um, okay, so the next question here I was asked says, how do you handle pressure or criticism online? Oh wow, that's a very broad and deep question. Okay, so how do I handle pressure? Or criticism online? Okay, so number one, I will say is I've learned to shut out the noise of things that do not serve me, right? um it took me a while. I'm going to be very honest. It took me a while to become a positive person. I used to have that mindset of negativity before, where I would just feel things cannot happen, things, um but with time, I had to reprogram myself. We are meant to learn, relearn, unlearn, relearn. We keep learning. Nobody is an island of what? Of knowledge. We keep learning. We should keep acquiring knowledge. We should keep trying to know more. Persistency in learning is very, very key. So one way I I try to reduce the criticism online. One way I don't let it get to me is I try to shut down all the noise online. You won't, when I have my to-do list, when I'm not yet done with my list for the day, you will not see me scrolling on Instagram. You will not see me going. I'm not even on TikTok. The only social media account I'm on currently is YouTube. And okay, I have an Instagram and I have a Twitter account, but I don't really use them. I don't really use my Twitter account. I don't really use my Instagram account. I just have my YouTube account where I know I'm consistent in. So that's one way. You don't have to be in every social media. As much as we Sorry for that. Someone was trying to call in. Yeah. So there's a strong perception that the social media has on us, and there is no way. At times, when you try to live a life off social media, that is where the pressure comes in. The pressure to impress, the pressure to feel among, the pressure the pressure to do more, you know. Don't get me wrong, some of those pressures are actually good, right? Because where you are relenting, where you're looking down on yourself, you come online and you see someone out there motivating you, empowering you. But when it becomes a negative pressure, then it is not healthy at all. It won't even be healthy at all. So you need to minimize the noise of what you hear. When I talk to some people and I see them and I can perceive that sense of negativity within them, I just block my ears, because I know what it took me to get to a place of sanity, a place of being positive. So you need to shut out the noise of things or people that are not serving you, and you need to be alert to positivity, be alert to your well-being. Your mental health is what is very, very important. So pressure for me, I don't think I've gotten to that point. Trust me, I'm not going to let myself be pressured or let criticism get to me. It's okay to take corrections from people. Like I said, nobody is an island of knowledge. Be open for reviews, be open to take corrections. We won't always do things perfectly. And the beauty of it is one person's weakness is what is another person's strength, and one person's strength is another person's weakness, right? So that's that. My next question here that I was asked says, how do you stay consistent in prayer and Bible study? Okay, so calling me. Sorry, I had another call in. Okay, let's go on. So the next question, like I said, says, how do you stay consistent in prayer and Bible study? Okay, so two ways, right? The first way I stay consistent in prayer and Bible study is, now let me sing the song. Read your Bible, pray every day, pray every day, pray every day. Read your Bible, pray every day if you want to grow. See, if I don't read my Bible, I'm not even trying to exaggerate, I don't sleep. And I think I learned that from Faith Oyedepo, the Bishop David Oyedepo's wife. She said it in one of her books I read. She does not even eat. When she wakes up in the morning, she does not eat until she has read her Bible. She does not sleep until she has read her Bible. So when I saw that in a book she read, I think the time I was reading that her book, I was actually struggling with consistency in the word study. But by the time I read that her book, I can't remember the title. If not, I would have even recommended it here. But download her books. Awesome, awesome. So when I read her book and I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sleep until I've read the Bible. Even when I have movies to watch, because see, I'm so true to myself that I have my time slot for movies, I have my time slot for reading, I have my time slot for other things, doing other general stuff. So I make sure I read my Bible before I sleep. It might not be so much, it might not be so long, but there is that part of you studying. When I teach Sunday school in church, I'm a Sunday school teacher in my local church. One thing I always advise them is, even if it is a chapter, you can meditate on a chapter. Make sure you study the word of God. We all need it. It is needed. So you have to be very, very intentional, and you have to be very, very conscious. Very, very conscious. Now, I think it was in Joshua 1:8 where God was telling Joshua, he says, this book of the word of the law should not depart from thy mouth, and you should meditate on it day and night. That was what God told Joshua. Meditate on it day and night. So that is a password for us. Read your Bible day and night. It does not, there's no part of the Bible that specifies on how well or how small or how big we should read the Bible. It just says keep studying, meditate on it day and night. So that's another way. Another way I stay consistent, in prayer. Now, prayer is what is a master key, right? And we are always advised to pray everywhere, anywhere, at all times. Even Jesus Christ said it. Pray continuously, continually. Even when you are in corners where you cannot open your mouth, pray within your heart. Pray within your heart. God will still hear you. You don't have to be so loud or something. They are silent prayers. Silent prayers are so powerful. Remember the story of Anna. The Bible says it was after Anna prayed. She was, by the time she was even praying, she was so sober to the point that she wasn't speaking out. She was just whispering. Eli saw her. Eli was the priest in the temple where Anna was, praying. Eli saw her. Her mouth was not moving. I'll be sorry. Her voice, she wasn't saying anything, but her lips, he could see her lips. She was praying silently. Isn't that beautiful? So even when you're in places where you can't pray out, pray. God sees your heart. The Bible recorded in the New Testament, where the Bible will always say that, oh, and Jesus knew the thoughts of their hearts. He always knew the thoughts of his disciples' hearts, or he always knew the thoughts of the Pharisees. So that is it. He knows everything. He sees it all. So don't say because I don't pray out, God will not answer my prayer. Mm-mm. He knows your heart. He hears your heart. So you can speak to him with your heart silently. So I do that a lot. When I'm at work, I can, trust me, I can be looking at somebody. The person thinks I'm listening to what they are saying, but I have gone. In Yoruba, we'll say Motelo. I'm not, I know they there again. I don't go. Now only my body, then they see. I know they there. That is it. So that's that. Stay consistent. Another question I have here says, What are your future goals for this channel? Oh, wow. Okay, so what are my future goals for this channel? Funny enough, I was doing an everyday um checkup, right? And one thing I told myself was, I was doing a rebrand. I was trying to rebrand this channel, and I focused this channel on women before. And when I checked my analytics, when I checked YouTube Studio analytics, for those that don't know, YouTube Studio is like the back end of YouTube. When you come on YouTube to search for something, you are seeing the front end. The Those in tech, guys and ladies in tech will know all this. You are seeing the front end. In tech, they'll call them front end developers. You can only see what is in front, but there are people working behind the scene. There are things happening behind the scenes. In tech, they'll call them the back end developers. So now bringing it to YouTube channel, YouTube Studio is what is going on behind the scene. Is where is like the engine room of YouTube itself, that kind of thing. So when I was checking my analytics, I saw that majority of the people I was having that were coming on my that were coming to watch my videos. They are men. Sorry, I'm laughing. I know it's not funny, but like they are men, and but my channel is dedicated for women. But I noticed that more of men. I'm having 90% of men and 10% of women coming to check my videos. So please, will my common sense not tell me to look for a way to at least leave out some things for the men that are coming to watch? Yeah, but like I was actually shocked, honestly, because I'm wondering why men are watching videos that, anyways, but it is what it is. So I did a rebrand thing. Let me not bore you with the talk. So I did a rebranding of the channel, and I decided that everything I'm going to be talking about on this channel henceforth, I'm going to be it to be inclusive of men, things that has to do with men. Now, what I mean by this channel, okay, let me just give us a breakdown. Since you asked, I'm saying what you guys asked. Okay, so our focus on this channel is number one, career and remote work mastery. What I mean by that is I'm going to be talking about career, things about career. I did a professional exam in HR. HR is human resources, HRM, human resources management. And the professional exam I did was CIPMN, which is Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. I've not done my induction. That is, I'm not collecting my certificate. But all the stages, we had like 6 stages. Yeah, 6 papers per stage. And we had like 6 stages. Trust me, very tedious. But I cleared my papers. I had one receipt actually, but I'm done with my exams. I cleared my papers, right? But I'm yet to do my induction to get my certificate. Let me not bore you with that talk. So, and with my little experience working in the private sector and in the public sector, internship, full time, part time, I plan on sharing tips on how people can excel in their career fields, remote works. I plan on doing so many videos on that to at least help people. So this channel is going to be like a hub of that. Also, we're going to be talking about money. Now, why I said money is because I'm currently transitioning. My whole career path has been funny. I'm currently transitioning into being a chartered accountant from my bit of HR and everything. So you can see how it's somehow correlates. So I'm not going to come here and speak about what I don't know. No, I'm going to come here and tell you guys things that I've either researched and I know about, at least to a reasonable state, right? So we're going to be talking about business, side hustles. I'm going to be researching other side hustles you guys can, benefit from. Even me myself, of course, I'll also be doing some of those things for myself as well. So I mentioned number one, career and remote work mastery. Number two, money, business side hustles. Number three, productivity and purpose driven living. Like how to have a productive life. Like, look at now, someone already asked me a question on productivity. That is to tell you that people are actually looking for answers to some of these things. So, and number four, faith, clarity, and Christian goals. So, this channel is going to be a hub of growth where you come. I've not, I have not gotten any wave now. I've said I'll be bringing people to interview, but I'm not led to do to that currently. So these are all the things we are going to be talking about. And with time, I hope we're going to go on this journey together, this journey of growth, trying to learn from each other. And I'm going to be loving your reviews. Please, I'm going to be loving your reviews, your feedbacks. It is going to go a long way for me. It is going to help me. So I'll be looking forward to that. Now, for the person who is asking me about the channel focus, since I've shared all we're going to be talking about, I think it's just only right for me to break our time zones, our time frames. So I'm going to be going live 7 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Not every day. And now the normal rule is to have a fixed time, steady time. But where I come from, my country, Nigeria, we hardly have lights. So I can't promise the consistency of being live part time because of shortage in power supply. I can't tell when we'll have light or when we'll not have light. But at least I can say that within a week, I should be able to go live at least 3 times within a week, morning and night. It can be more or less than that. So it's better for you to click on the bell. Now, what do? I need you to like this video. I need you to subscribe, and I need you to click on the notification button. Click on it. Once you subscribe, you see a bell close to the subscribe button where you can click. And when you click on it, you will always get a notification whenever I drop a video, whenever I drop um a live video, or whenever I'm going live, you will be the first to get it. So please click on the bell so you can get notifications from this channel. Also, I'm going to be, so aside the live sessions that I'm going to be having here with you guys, I'm also going to be doing oh no, God help me. God help us, because we're in this together. We have to grow together, right? So I'm going to be doing, now the former plan was I was supposed to be dropping a video every day, but I told you guys before, our power supply. So I'm going to be so okay, in a week approximately, I'm going to be dropping 2 videos or 3 videos in a week. I can't promise every day. I can't promise every day because of some discrepancies, because of some limitations. So that to be that for that. And I have the days I have some days for each of the topics that I'm going to be. So if I talk about career today, if I bring a topic on career today, probably today's Tuesday. For example, I'm just giving an example. Maybe on Thursday, we can talk about productivity. On Sunday, we'll talk about faith. Then we'll go around the circle again. We talk about a remote job or a new side hustle that we've just stumped on. So that's what it's going to be. So this is an educative channel, right? This is not, we don't, we're not coming here to waste time. We're not coming here to say nonsense. We are coming here to be inspired. We are coming here to not just be motivated, but to take actions. We're going to be taking serious steps, and we are going to be diligent and committed. Please subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. And also, I am trying to get a target of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Help me on my journey. Please subscribe, and click on the notification button. So, this is the end of the live session for today. Thank you for the questions you asked, and I hope I've been able to answer your questions. We are going to be having more sessions. So, if you were not able to participate in today's one, please don't be sad. Remember, this is the Flaming Woman channel, where we are what? We are flaming with faith, and we are fueled by purpose. Um, that's all. And I'm going to say one thing: stop playing, start praying, start being serious, start getting things together. God is our God, and God is a God of perfection. And in Him we live, in Him we move, in Him we have our being. Thank you once again for joining this live. Thank you, Grey Wolf, for commenting. Thank you, Maria Teresita. I love you guys so much, and I hope I'm going to see you in my next live video. And I hope you're going to start watching my videos. Thank you once again. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah. Bye. Okay, that was not bad.